Y'all, the enemy did not want me to put this message out. Like, when I tell you did not want me to put this message out, I've written this video 3 times this morning. But I'm going to keep doing it until it gets put out. So, I was like, you know what? Let me pause. Let me pull over and do the message. Because, maybe the third service is the problem. So, I'm sitting here driving or whatever, and I'm listening to a little clip of a morning preaching. So, this is part my words, part his preaching, but God definitely put it on my heart to share it. So, he had said, so many times we're rushing God for our plans. We have all these plans for ourselves and all these plans for our lives, and we want to rush God, right? And it's like, when we go to a restaurant, right? Do we tell the waiter, like, I want chicken, I want steak, I want seafood, I want rice, I want mashed potatoes, like, all of these things, right? And then demand for them to come out right now, like, right then and there? Do we do that? No. We gotta let it cook. We gotta let it get seasoned. It gotta marinate. Like, it gotta come out to be the right temperature. We don't want to get sick. But why don't we do that with our life plan with God? Like, we tell God, I want this now. I want a house by then. I want to be married. I want kids. I want this job. I want. And God's like, yo, slow down. I got no problem giving you the desires of your heart, but on my timing, and only if I see that it fits. Like, we always say that we trust God. We always say that, he's the orchestra of our lives. But we don't let God cook. We don't let him do his thing. Like, we're so busy trying to control everything on our own. It's like, what do we need him for? If we had it all together and we had it all figured out, what would we need God for? Like, seriously. Ask yourself, like, we always telling God what we want. So it's like, all right, God tells us not right now, but we keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. So finally the enemy hears us and he's like, oh, he or she wants that? Let me cook that up real quick for them. Because, the enemy is like the genie, right? God is not. So the enemy hears the desires of our hearts as well. And because we're showing the enemy that we don't have no faith in God and no faith in his timing, the enemy's like, let me cook this up for her real quick. Here, boom, instant. Microwaved our whole life. When God was trying to marinate, take his time, season it, let it sit, let it cook up, let it get to the right temperature, the devil's like, boom, there we go. You want it? There you go. Let me show you that I could give you the desires of your heart quicker than your God. So here we are with this counterfeit version of whatever we've been praying for. And then we mess around and we find out. We get into that relationship too early. It's not what was for us. We take a job without knowing the ins and outs. Wasn't for us. We move somewhere where God never told us to go. Like, come on, like, let's be serious. How many of us are really out here just navigating through life, saying that we trust God, but doing everything on our own? Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. God does not call us to just sit around and demand things from him and not put in the work. So don't get it twisted. I don't mean it like that. But those who know. Those who have a relationship with God, you guys know. When you don't have peace about something, don't do it. There is a reason why God is saying no. He's not saying no forever. He might just be saying no right now. But we got to just trust and have faith in our God. He is the orchestra of our lives. We don't go in the kitchen at a restaurant and grab the food out the fridge raw and serve it on our table and try to eat it. So why the heck is we doing it with our lives? These are our lives. You feel me? Like, if we were to do that, we'd get sick. We'd have an unprepared meal. It would not be complete. So why are we doing it with our lives? Like, ask yourself today, like, do you trust God? Do you have faith in God? Do you know that He is the orchestra of our lives from the beginning to the end? He already wrote the book for us. Why do we keep trying to rewrite God's story? Like, for real, ask yourself, like, do you really trust your God? Because we walk around like we trust God, but we got no fruits that we're trusting Him. None. My sister-in-law gave me this. Y'all can see it. It's a mustard seed. And that's all it literally takes. Don't mind my nails, y'all. That's literally all it takes. That small amount of faith to move mountains. I'm telling you. If you needed a reminder to just slow down, chill out, and trust God through the process, this was it. Because nobody knows our plans and has them prepared for us in the way that they're supposed to be planned like God. So if you needed that reminder today, stop trying to microwave our lives that God has in store for us. Stop trying to just pop it in the microwave, because what you're going to do is you're going to have the outside of it, but the inside is not going to be cooked. Let God cook. He's cooking up something lovely for us. He's cooking up a feast, a buffet. Just be patient. God knows what He's doing.